Hi, hello. How's it going? This is Ronaldo Hernandez, and my fault for the lighting, man. Shit, I'm doing this shit at night in my car, and I'm trying to use my phone as a way for y'all to see me on the camera. But I just wanted to make this video before I make the rest of the videos. And for those of you who are trying to treat this condition, snapping tricep syndrome, I highly recommend you rest and take some time off, especially if you're one who is really in pain. You know, I don't know what the state of your condition is, but I know for me, I could say at least about a year ago, I was always constantly in pain, and I didn't really know it. I just thought it was just how life was, to be honest. I thought life was just like that, it just always be like this kind of nagging thing bothering me. And what's crazy is before then too, at least I guess two years ago or so, I've always had that pain, but the thing is, I was always under stress, under so many other things in life. Like I said, I was in school and I was working a lot, and I don't know, all that kind of made me numb to the pain, or made me kind of just forget about how my body was feeling, how my body should feel. And you know, when I finally took some time, not even took some time, when I finally decided that I wanted to get back into um trying to get big on lifting weights. That might sound silly, but it's true. I was always working out. I was always somebody who would exercise. But when I after I graduated high school, um and after I got into college, I went into full time. After a good year, I started taking it seriously. At first I was, you could say I was kind of trying to figure out what I was trying to do, but it wasn't until a good year into college that I finally just, started taking it more seriously, and I kind of took a break from kind of working out. I also exercising, but it was just quick little workouts. Nothing to nothing that I was trying to strive for, maximize performance, run fast, or increase my or decrease my time on a certain spread. Max Get stronger on a certain lift, things of that nature. And after a year of doing taking college very seriously, I miss it. I missed it. I never stopped thinking about working out and lifting weights and running and doing all sorts of things like that. That was always in the back of my mind. And one day I just you know what? I'm gonna get back into it how I used to. Back how I used to work out. When I was in high school, I was on a football team, so I was training hard. Before then, I was always kind of training for something. Just didn't really know what it was. Now though, um, you know, I realize that your body needs to be in optimal health if you want things to progress the way you want it to. Let's say you want to build muscle. You have to technically be in a healthy state of mind, mentally, physically, shit, even spiritually, to build that muscle. Everything needs to be perfect. And now on top of that, not only does sanity to be good, your diet, your recovery, rest, sleep, shit, all those things play a big factor. Those are really the main things that actually get you to build muscle. Cause when we're in the weight room or we're in the gym or when we're actually working out, you're actually breaking down muscle. You're not building anything. But I mean, it's necessary to break down the muscle so your body can rebuild itself and come back stronger. But it can only rebuild itself if you give it the proper recovery that it needs, proper recovery and nutrition. So, I've been on this rehab for like a long time now, and the more I'm in it, the more I realize I probably need more time to kind of, to give my body the rest that I always needed. That it hasn't been craving for. Cause I mean, to be honest, like if I look back onto how I used to exercise and you know how my lifestyle was, I never got enough sleep. I was always working out and never giving my body a proper day of rest. And nutrition was always okay, but the more research I do on nutrition, the more I realize that all those foods that I used to eat were actually hurting my gut. They were hurting the the linings of my gut. Like eating gluten or eating food that you have like a eating foods that you have an allergic reaction to, stuff like that. Those only set you back, and you know, right now I feel like my nutrition is really dialed in, keeping it very simple, taking it like more of a paleo approach, and I'm seeing about pretty good results from it. I feel like my body's actually absorbing and taking on all the food that I'm feeding it, and I just want to say, you gotta give your body what it needs, you know, especially if you're somebody who's trying to like maximize their athletic performance or just their life in general, you know. I know not everybody's like an athlete or not everybody's like striving for like a certain like fitness goal, but if you do want to be like in a healthy, you want to have optimal health, you gotta take into account of all those factors. And I also want us to talk about how important sleep is. That's where we actually like probably do the biggest rebuilding. That's when we actually grow. When we sleep. And to be honest, like this past couple months, like my body's been feeling super tired, but that's because it's just telling me that it wants to sleep. And I actually been sleeping in a lot. Prioritizing sleep, making time to fucking sleep longer, and doing what I can to stay in a deep sleep, or get the best quality sleep. Cause I feel like there's some people out there, and I can say this from experience too, that they used to think they were sleeping, or they think they're sleeping like a good amount of time, but in reality they're not. They might actually wake up without even knowing or remembering that they woke up, and that could happen throughout the night. Especially for people who have like neuropathy. I feel like, well, for me, like I will feel sometimes pain throughout the night. And I realize now that I will actually wake up during the middle of the night or something like that. And I'll just like lay but later with my eyes closed, thinking that I was kind of sleeping or I was getting proper sleep, but I wasn't. And then I realized I'm not even sleeping at all. I'm just like in a deep meditative state or something, you know, or 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 your body's under stress so much, and this could be like any like types of stress coming from like many other things, but stress actually affects your sleep. Like if your body's like in a stressed out state, it's gonna be harder for it to kind of like relax and rest, because you need to like relax to rest. You can't do that if you're stressed out all the time. So, you know, um, being on the path I am on today now, um, I realize that, recovery is really important. And, if I'm not saying to do this, I'm just saying just out of like my own experience, but you want something to heal, you gotta let it recover. You gotta take time off. And that sounds crazy to just like stop doing, something you love. You know, I'm talking, I'm saying this from my perspective too, but a perspective too. But shit, man, I can't stop thinking about like freaking, trying to hit the gym and reach, you know, chase my dreams. But first, I gotta make sure my body's okay. and then my time will come. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that, about the, about that matter. And, thank you for tuning in. And this is a fast life.